my default way of operation was throw the ball to the guy and say, tell me what you want. I have plan B, C and D ready, but plan A is yours and I want you to bowl that ball knowing that I have set this field because the ball's coming out of your hand, it's not coming out of mine.
Big Basket presents the 𝗟𝗶𝗂 podcast.
𝗥𝗖𝗕 Virat, what's happening? How are you? What phase are you in right now?
I'm pretty good, very relaxed, happy.
Yeah.
In a phase of my life, career where I'm just, doing things which are purposeful. Even playing cricket, it's, you get to a stage which goes beyond numbers and achievements and all those kind of things. And then it's like a full circle feeling, when you start off with just pure enjoyment of the game and then you set out with some goals in your mind and then you achieve goal after goal. And then, through that whole journey, you feel like, oh, now this is the big thing. Once I get to this, it'll all be fine. But then you wake up the next morning and you're like, it's still going on. It's still not over. What's going on, So I think the importance of achieving and numbers and all those kind of things, it acts like a motivation factor earlier. But the more you do it, the more you realize that it's not what your purpose is in the game. It's not fulfilling you in a way that is organic, which is in flow with, the love of the game, as we say. So now I'm at a stage where I feel like, okay, any kind of achievement does not stop you from going ahead the next day, going through the same pressures, the same complications in your mind.
You spoke about the butterflies, you're still getting those butterflies.
Of course,
yeah.
Of course. Sport in general is such a great leveler. But I think the one thing that you realize over a long period of time is when you feel like you've seen everything, there's still something that you haven't experienced. And I think invariably that happens to people who have played any sport for a long period of time, that you keep getting surprised in a way that I thought I had it figured, but I still don't know how to do this, or I still don't know how to do that. So that's why it's a constant learning curve and a constant evolving process, because you're never really a finished product. You're never going to be a finished product in life or in sport. Definitely not. Especially I can say that from a perspective of a batter. When your whole impact is down to one mistake, you always get surprised in a way that you feel like, man, I never predicted that this could happen to me, or I could feel like there's a part of the game where I just don't know what to do. So I've had many of those experiences, still continue to do so. And I think that's the beautiful part about playing sport. It forces you to be present. It forces you to reflect, because everything happens in a moment and you don't have time to plot and plan and think. It's all instinctive. And when something goes wrong, you really want to break it down in a way that, okay, what happened? What was I thinking? What was I feeling? And that helps you to grow eventually into a better player and in turn into a better person. Honestly, it's every incident that happens on the field, every game that we play is in itself a small life lesson, because you're forced to be present and you're forced to make the right decisions or sometimes the wrong decisions under pressure. And that helps you grow as a person.
New season, huh? Let's get off to a fresh start.
Fresh fruits, sir.
Hey, sunne ninkolappa.
Peace.
Anyway, do we have everything we need?
Big basket. Everything you need, boys.
Everything you need.
Delivered now.
I, in fact, looked at the times that I have been able to play Test cricket for so long, and the opportunity
and lead India for so long.
And lead India for so long to some amazing victories and a golden era in our Test journeys. Bunch of young guys who always wanted to play Test cricket for India, having the opportunity of their lives as a young group.
And fast bowlers emerging. It transformed.
The most important thing was, if you look at our average age, there was no hesitation of seniors and juniors.
Yes. Yeah.
Everyone had played under the senior players a little bit before. And so many of the younger guys that came in after, we were like a group of friends. So what happened was, okay, I was leading and the management was, taking the team forward in a certain way. But the most important thing was, because of the average age of the group, everyone felt like they had responsibilities and ownership. It wasn't like, these guys will look after the team and, we don't have anything to do with it. It felt like, okay, we are young. We want to create this, team for the next 6, 7, 8 years. What can I do to make the team better? So people started asking questions of themselves. rather than just
Nice.
saying, I want to be told what to do. And we actually encouraged it. We encourage people to share ideas. We encourage people to tell us what they feel like we can add to practice sessions, or the way we go about, communicating on the field, or what we say before we go to play a series, or how we talk before a game, the meetings, the information shared. Do you want more of it? Do you want less of it? All kinds of things. We took on everyone's ideas on board. And hence, my default way of operation was throw the ball to the guy and say, tell me what you want. I have plan B, C, and D ready. But plan A is yours. And I want you to bowl that ball knowing that I have set this field, because the ball's coming out of your hand. It's not coming out of mine. So you need to be convinced what you want. And I will give you as long as you want to try and execute what you want to do. If it doesn't work, I'm here. Then we can switch again. So they felt like, okay, this is my responsibility. I want to. So then they start thinking of, how do I set up the batsman? What do I want to bowl? Should I have 2 catching on the leg side? Should I have 3 catching on the off side? I know whether I'm bowling out swinger or an in swinger. Or do I want to bluff the guy? Do I want to set him up? Do I want to open the field and bounce it? Whatever those details are, it actually helps you to think. And then that grows your own perspective of the game and how you can plan for different people.
Obviously, we focus on IPL, but it was really nice to see you wearing the one-day jersey again, down under, back on eat, sleep, century mode, repeat. It felt like those times again. You took us back in time. Did you feel like you just slipped back into those days again? Because you know that 2027 is the one question everyone wants to ask you, and it's the one thing that everyone will be looking forward to. So you look like you did it so seamlessly, just switching back into that mode.
As I said today, my perspective is very clear. If I can add value to the environment that I'm a part of, and the environment feels like I can add value, I'll be seen.
That's a good question, yeah.
Right? If I'm made to feel like I need to prove my worth and my value, I'm not in that space. Because I'm being honest to my preparation, I'm being honest to how I approach the game. I put my head down, I work hard. I'm very thankful to God for giving me everything that I've been given in my cricketing career. And I feel very blessed and grateful for the opportunity. And when I arrive to play, I put my head down, I work as hard, if not harder than anyone else. And I play the game in the right way. You want me to run boundary to boundary for 40 overs in an ODI game, I will do that without a complaint. Because I prepare accordingly. I prepare for the fact that I will field 50 overs, every ball like it's the last ball I'm going to play in my career, and I will bat that way, and I will run between the wickets that way, and I will do everything possible for the team. After operating like this, if I have to be in a place where I have to prove my worth and value, that place is not meant to be for me. And I am very clear in my head from that perspective. That's why when I went back to play, I was very clear in my head, I'm not going out there to prove anything to anyone. I am going to play because I love playing the game. That's how I played 𝗥𝗖𝗕 𝗣𝗁 as well.
Yeah.
I was playing. There was not a...
How much fun was that?
It was amazing. There was not a person in the COA, Center of Excellence, COE, sorry. Firstly, I thought, I played for so long, and will it be motivating enough? But the moment my intention switched to, I want to play because I love playing. I just love batting. And I just want to focus on that. And I could not care. It's not like I didn't field. I fielded the whole game, and I was diving around, and I felt like a child again. I was like, this is not about anyone else. This is about me and the game, and that's what it's going to be. And the moment I feel like, people are trying to complicate it for me and be like, oh, but this and that, either be clear and honest upfront, or be quiet and let me play.
And you earned that. Don't you feel like you've earned the right to say that?
Look, if you go to your workplace, right?
Yeah.
And if people say, we believe in your abilities, and then a week later they start questioning the way you operate, it's like, why? Either tell me on day one I'm not good enough, or I'm not needed. Sure. Or if you've said I'm good enough and you say we're not even thinking otherwise, then be quiet. Then don't. If you start operating up and down because of results, you can never have a consistent stance. And I'm not someone who behaves like that. As I said, when I come to play, I know what I can deliver in terms of effort. Performance, no one can guarantee performance in any space. But in terms of effort and commitment, I know what I can deliver, because I literally live my life like that. It's not like I prepare for a series to suddenly start working hard 2 or 3 weeks before. I'm like that through the year. So if you call me to play, and if you say there's a series coming up, I'm ready. I'm always ready, but that's my daily life. I work out, we eat well at home. It's because I like living that way. It's not only to play cricket. So that's where I am. I mean, this 27 chat and all that, honestly, for me, it's like we're at like mid 26.
Yeah,
right?
it's our job to do that chat, Virat. You do what you're doing
No, but
and enjoy.
But I've been asked so many times, do you want
Yeah.
to play 27? I'm
Yes,
like,
yes,
but
I'm not asking you that question. I
why
know the
would
answer. Yeah.
like, why would I leave my home, you know, get my stuff over and be like, I don't know what I want. Of course, if I'm playing, I want to
Of
play
course you want
cricket,
to
and
play. Yeah,
I
of
want to
course,
carry on. Playing a World Cup for India is amazing.
Yeah.
But as I said, the value has to
Yeah.
be
6 months later,
two-sided.
we'll ask that question again.
Two-sided.
New season, huh? Let's get off to a fresh start.
Fresh fruits, sir.
Hey, sunne ninkolappa.
Peace.
Anyway, do we have everything we need?
Big basket. Everything you need, boys.
Everything you need.
Delivered now.
Can I ask you about your Pathshala? I love it. Virat
My what?
Kohli's Pathshala, your school of cricket after every IPL game, because
School of cricket.
that is the reason why one of the balls of the tournament was delivered to you by Prince Yadav.
अबे यार.
नहीं अबे यार सच तो है उसने खुद बोला है कि विराट भैया ने खुद मुझे advice. I mean, it was incredible. Listen, I mean, we have to look at it from an outside perspective.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mean it to be disrespectful, but you know what I mean.
You know, there's one side of things which is all to do with this frenzy around perform kiya, nahi kiya, all that.
No,
all that will
I'm
keep
not
going
asking
on.
from that perspective.
No. What
Yeah.
you're asking me is very different,
Yeah.
and I have actually shared it with guys in the team as well. So, for example, say a 𝗟𝗶𝗃, okay? Now you look at my situation. If Yashasvi reaches out to me before we have to play them, right? He's probably looked up to me for a long period of time. Now I'm thinking he needs help. Even though he's going to play against us, it's one game. But if he plays well for the whole season, eventually he's going to play for India.
Of course,
right?
yeah.
How can I not help him? He might score against us tomorrow or day after. It's okay. Despite him scoring, we should find a way to win. Whatever it is, he might or might not. I'm not saying he would. There's a possibility he might. So I naturally can't go into a space where I say, nahi yaar, apne match ke baad baat karenge. I mean, he needs the help. Do it now. He's going to practice 2 hours later. He's probably called me on the way to the game once. So I'm thinking, yaar, agar main isko bhi help kar dunga, it'll help him in a way ki it can improve his game. He can score some runs. He can have a great season. It can open up things for him. So I'm in that space today. If someone asks me something, yeah, he bowled a great ball to me. And I told him to bowl in those areas. It's fine.
Of course,
People, because they are so connected to me, they feel like, "Arey, usne bataya aur us khud hi ko out karwa
I look at it from this beautiful circle of cricket moment. It was a beautiful moment.
So people don't
cricket.
know.
Yeah.
Okay. I went and played 𝗟𝗏𝗃. I didn't know Prince at all.
Yeah,
right?
Delhi boys, no?
Delhi boy.
Yeah.
So because he, on the field, he feels like he's very intense and he's such a sweet guy and he's so funny because Ishant was there as well and Ishant knows him. So I got very close to him.
Nice.
And he opened up really nicely to me. So I was telling him even on those times, even through those Vijay Hazare games, standing in mid-off covers, whatever, what to do, where to bowl. You have to share experience.
Of course,
You're not going to be here forever. And if people have the opportunity to learn and get better in their careers, eventually who gets help? If all these guys play well, eventually they play for India. The standard of cricket remains high. So you don't want to see a situation where tomorrow the standards are dropping. If you can help someone to get to their potential best, then their best version will eventually help Indian cricket. That's the progress I see. So if Prince asks me something and we have to play them, before playing Gujarat in Bangalore, I spoke to Siraj on the boundary. I told him my observations, how I saw him run in, and I was different to before. And he spoke to me about rhythm. And we're playing them 2 days later. So I'm not thinking, "Arey, maine bol diya, mere ko out na kar de." It has to. His best version, I should be able to play his best version.
Yeah.
I don't want him to be at his worst. I actually want him to be at his best. So I can compete with him.
So that you can compete with the best, right? Yeah.
So I'm ready for everyone's best version.
Yeah.
And if someone's struggling, it's an opportunity for me to help. That's how I look at it. I don't do a lot of these, post-match social catch-ups, to be honest, in the IPL. But if someone genuinely needs help and they want to talk about the game, I'm always there to help.